Hello and welcome to Yoga for Strength and Vitality. I hope this finds you happy and healthy. And I know there's a lot going on in the world currently, but I also hope that you use the tools in your yoga chest to maintain balance and harmony. After all, yoga is balancing body, mind, and inner self. Let's begin with a pranayama, with a breathing practice. So if you're not sitting down, have a seat. Comfortable seated position, doesn't have to be cross-legged, whatever it is that is comfortable, most comfortable for you. And let's rotate the shoulders a few times, moving the shoulders, moving head and neck from side to side. We'll be twisting to the left and twisting to the right. And again, left and right. And then sitting still using the right hand and making a hand mudra, using forefinger and middle finger towards the palm and then the palm towards the face. We'll do an alternate nostril breathing without a count, just inhaling and exhaling long and slow within your comfort range. Closing the right nostril with a thumb, deeply inhale through the left. Then closing left with ring finger and pinky, exhaling right. Inhaling right. Closing right and exhaling left. Inhaling left. Closing left, exhaling right. And keep going for a couple of minutes. Ideally, your eyes are closed and breathing within your range of comfort. Slow, deep breaths. And exhaling through the left nostril when you get there. And lower your hands, pause with your eyes closed for a moment. And hopefully this brief session of breathing practice can show you how powerful breathing practices are. It can almost instantly transform our state of being. Closing the eyes again, return to your natural rate of breath. And if you like, you can form an affirmation for yourself, a well wish, beginning with I hope for, I wish for, or I pray for. Make it a simple phrase, mentally repeating it 3 times. And then letting it go, may the higher will be done. And bringing your attention back, let's begin with some circles, hands at the waist or at the hips, and keeping your eyes closed again, circling the torso 3 to 5 times each direction. And you can move faster, you can move slower, full range of motion, or barely, whatever feels right to you. Opposite direction if you have not switched already. And then sitting still, clasping the hands behind your back, with the inhalation arching back, with the exhalation bending forward, lifting your arms behind you for Yoga Mudra, guiding your forehead onto or towards the mat. Keeping your head down, lower the arms onto your back, releasing your hold, letting the arms and hands just fall where they will, and stay in the forward bend just a little bit longer. A great pose to increase humbleness, increasing devotion, to help to soften the ego. And with the next inhalation, sitting up, pausing with your eyes closed for a moment. And getting ready to stand up. Looking at posture, doing Tadasana. So the feet are about hip-width apart, lifting the toes, fanning the toes out. And as you place them down, feel your weight is evenly placed on all four corners of the feet. Then cupping the belly and the lower back, you want to lift up the front, pushing on the lower back, adjusting the hips. And lift the arms up, palms up, and bring the arms back behind you. Notice your shoulder blades are coming down your back, going closer together. And then bring the arms to the side. When the pinkies touch, turn the palms in. Now the head sticks out very often, so taking 2 fingers, gently pushing the chin back, lengthening your spine with your head and neck. Visualizing ears above the shoulders. And make a mental note of your pose. Tadasana, Tada is mountain in Sanskrit, so this is the mountain pose. Straight and strong like a mountain. That's how we want to walk through life. Let's do 5 full yoga breaths. Inhaling through the nose with the exhalation, bending forward, hands towards your feet. With the inhalation, rising up, tracing a line with your fingers along the spine, up onto the toes into a V, and exhaling down, timing your movement with your breath. We're inhaling up, then exhaling down. And one more complete exhalation as you bend forward, filling the lungs with oxygen as you stretch up, and then coming onto the heels, palms at the chest, pranam, our centering position, pausing with your eyes closed. For the standing half moon, bringing the feet closer together, unless balance is a challenge for you, then keep the feet about at hip width apart. Inhaling arms up, let's do a variation where we don't bend our elbows and have the hands together, having the arms and hands parallel to each other. Inhaling, reaching up, stretching up, and exhaling, bending sideways to your left. Strength and courage fill my body cells is the affirmation. Making sure the upper shoulder is back by the ear, but leaning over sideways like in between 2 panes of glass. And with the next inhalation, coming up straight, stretching up again, and exhaling onto the other side. And inhaling up, stretching up one more time, reaching up onto the toes, and exhaling, arms down to the side, back to Tadasana, eyes closed, and pause. Let's practice balance by placing one foot exactly in front of the other. So heel is touching the toes. Have a perfectly straight line with both feet. And you can bring your hands out into your peripheral vision that helps with balance, or crossing the forearms, placing the hands on the shoulders. Like for ball balance, a focal point is important, gazing at a focal point at eye level or above. And moving onto the opposite foot forward. So opposite foot is in the front, heel touching the toes, crossing forearms if you can. And try dimming your eyes. If you have real good balance, you might be able to close your eyes. And releasing, feet side by side, close your eyes, take a deep breath or two. And let's begin with the tree pose, such a great balance pose to begin with. Weight onto the left leg, bringing your right foot up where you can. Could be inside your lower leg, inside your upper leg, or even on top of your thigh, whatever works best for you. Focal point important. Bring the palms to the chest. And if you're still wobbly, have your hands out in your peripheral vision. I am calm, I am poised is the affirmation for the tree. You can stay here or move into an arm variation where you bring your right hand, do a Jnana Mudra, forefinger and thumb together. Let it rest on your bent knee. Bring the opposite arm straight up by the ear, reaching up, stretching that one side. And to release the pose, place the palms together at the chest, lower your foot, pause with your eyes closed. Moving onto the other side, weight onto the right foot, bringing your left foot up wherever you comfortably can. Palms at the chest, hands out in your peripheral vision. If you like the arm variation, bringing your left hand onto your bend knee, opposite arm up, reaching up. And to release, palms to the chest, slowly lower your foot. Pause with your eyes closed. I am calm, I am poised. Or standing, hand to the big toe pose, weight onto the left leg. Bringing your right knee up, you can hug your knee, bring it up as high as you can. It's easier to hold onto your foot this way. First, you can rotate your foot or ankle a few times. And then reaching down, holding onto your foot or holding onto the big toe, two fingers wrapped around the big toe, cap it with a thumb. That's an energy lock called a mudra in yoga. And if you have real long legs, you want to hold on to maybe your ankle or your calf. Opposite hand to the waist, gazing at your focal point. Straighten your leg. Try to maintain a straight spine. And if you like, you can even move that leg out to the side. Back to the center. And releasing. Palms at the chest, double inhale, double exhale. Pausing, eyes closed. Always take time to allow the benefits of your poses to sink in. For the other side, weight onto the right, bringing your left knee up, rotating foot and ankle if you like. And left hand holding onto your toe or foot or ankle. Opposite hand to the waist, gazing at that focal point. And straighten your leg when you're ready. If you like, move it out to the side. Slowly back to the center. And releasing. Palms at the chest, pranam centering, breathing deeply. And let's step to the front of the mat. We'll do a couple of rounds of salutation to the sun. There are many different variations of sun salutations. And we do a more simplified version. With the inhalation, reaching out and arching back. With the exhalation, swan diving forward. So arms out to the side, keeping your back straight as long as you can. Lowering down, inhaling, and bring the hands under the knees, on the shins. Straighten your arms. Exhaling, sliding all the way down again. With the inhalation, coming all the way up, palms up, arching back, palms together. And exhaling again, all the way down, swan diving down. Inhaling, left leg back, lunging, looking up. So big step, looking up. Right foot back, hips are up. In the plank pose, navel to the spine in the plank. Take an inhalation. With the exhalation, knees, chest, forehead down. Sweeping forward, inhaling up into cobra pose. Exhaling to downward facing dog, curling the toes, lifting the hips up. Inhaling, left foot forward, big lunge, looking up. Right foot forward, hips are up, head is down. Inhaling, arms out, palms up. Arching back, palms together. And exhaling, swan diving forward for the other side, fingers in line with toes. Inhaling, hands underneath on the shins, arms straight, looking down. Exhaling, sliding down. Inhaling, coming all the way up, arching back. And exhaling, swan diving forward again. Inhaling, right foot back, big lunge, looking up. Exhaling, left foot back. Take an inhalation in plank pose. With the exhalation, knees, chest, forehead down. Inhaling up into cobra. Exhaling to down dog. Inhaling, right foot forward, big lunge, looking up. Exhaling, left foot forward, hips are up, head is down. Inhaling, reaching out and arching back, palms together, and hands to the chest. Let's breathe deeply. Inhaling, exhaling, or double inhale, double exhale to regulate breath rate, regulate heart rate. And we'll do another round. From the front of the mat, feet about hip width apart. Inhale, arch back. And exhale, swan diving down. Inhale, hands under knees. Torsos parallel to the floor, looking down. Exhaling, sliding down again. Inhaling, reaching all the way up again, arching back. And exhaling down. Inhale, left leg back, lunging, looking up. Exhale, right foot back, high plank. Take an inhalation. Exhaling, knees, chest, forehead down. Inhaling up into cobra. Exhaling to down dog. Inhaling, left foot forward, lunging, looking up. Exhaling, right foot forward, hips are up. Reaching out and up, arching back, and exhaling forward again. Inhaling, hands under knees, arms straight, looking down. Exhaling, sliding down again. Inhaling all the way up again, arching back. Exhaling all the way down. Inhaling, right foot back, lunging, looking up. Exhaling, left foot back, high plank. Inhale, exhale, knees, chest, forehead down. Inhaling up into cobra. Exhaling to down dog. Inhaling, right foot forward, lunging, looking up. Exhaling, left foot forward, hips are up, head is down. Inhaling, reaching out and up, arching back. And palms to the chest. Again, double inhale, double exhale. Let's bring the hands to the waist, separating the feet. Nice and wide, instep, parallel to each other. Last three hands behind the back. Doing center unicorn with the inhalation, arching back. With the exhalation, bending forward. Lifting your arms behind you. Keeping your head down, lower the arms onto your back, sliding your hands down your legs. Holding onto your ankles, your feet, or your toes. Again, you can do mudra, 2 fingers around the big toe, cap it with a thumb. Lifting your head, looking up. And exhaling, relaxing down. Let's place the hands next to each other in the center, in between your legs. Bending your elbows as if you wanted to guide, or maybe you do, guide the top of the head onto the mat or onto the floor. Take 2 or 3 deep inhalations and exhalations here. And then bring your left hand in the center, in between your feet, about a foot forward or foot and a half forward. Right arm up, looking up, posture, outstretched hand for a triangle variation. Slowly lower your right, replace it with the left, and lifting your left arm up. And slowly lower. One more time, clasping the hands behind your back. If you like, you can bring your palms together as well with your hands clasped for an extra stretch of the shoulders, lifting the arms up high, guiding your head down low. And bring the hands to the waist with your inhalation, coming up, gentle arch back, stepping your feet together. Palms to the chest, centering position, pausing with your eyes closed. And stepping to the front of the mat, we'll do a jackknife. So the feet are about to go apart. With the inhalation, lifting the arms up by the ears, stretching up on the toes, reaching up. And with the exhalation, palms down, arms down, another swan dive forward. And just hang there. Allow your back to stretch, your hamstrings to stretch. If you like, you can sway your hips from side to side or move your arms from side to side. Reaching around the back, holding on to your wrists or your forearms. And release and dangle once more. Place the right hand to the outside of the left leg or foot. And left arm up, looking up past your outstretched hand. Slowly lower your left to the outside of the right leg, moving on to the other side. And slowly lowering down, placing the hands next to your feet, spreading the fingers, so big hands. Step back into downward dog. So left foot back and right foot back, keeping your knees bent at first. And having your feet about hip width apart or just a little bit closer together. The hands at shoulder width. Important to have big hands, spreading the fingers. As you keep your knees bent, stretching the chest towards the knees, working on straightening the upper back. And then adjusting your legs, maybe stepping out a little further if you need to, and straighten your legs as much as you comfortably can. The hips are up high. You feel a great stretch throughout the back of your legs, into your back, into your hands. Then stepping your feet apart as wide as your mat is, to the edge of your mat or beyond, walking your hands in just a little bit. And bring the right hand to the left ankle, twisting, looking under your arm, looking out to the side. And bring your right hand forward again. And bring the left hand to the right leg or ankle, looking out to the side. And releasing your hand, walking your hands forward into downward dog position, bringing the legs a little closer together, hip width or closer, holding the downward dog in stillness. Let's move to high plank with the next inhalation, perhaps walking your feet further out a little bit and lower the torso so that your body's in a straight line for high plank pose. Navel to the spine, so you don't want to go too low, then you work against gravity. Just navel to the spine, holding a straight plank, looking down. Weight bearing pose, very good for maintaining healthy bone mass. And slowly lower the hips and the thighs onto the mat, the tops of the feet on the mat, bending your elbows and looking up, arching back for cobra. I rise joyfully to meet each new opportunity. Shoulders away from the ears. And lifting the hips, pushing yourself back, sitting on your heels, arms are straight in front of you for extended child's pose, forehead on the mat. Pause and relax. And coming up onto hands and knees, wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Rounding the spine for a kilt with the inhalation. Lower down, looking up, moving the hips out. And exhaling again, rounding. Inhaling, looking up and sagging down. And 3 more times with your rate of breath. And then keeping the spine straight. Straighten your left leg, lift it up. And your right arm. Try to keep the arm up by the ear, lifting the leg up high too. And slowly place it onto the mat and to the other side. Right leg up and left arm up by the ear. And lower. Let's do another cat cow movement, rounding your spine, sagging down, looking up, and looking over your left shoulder to your hip, and over your right shoulder to your hip. Again, left and right. Then bring your left knee forward in between your hands, and bring the lower leg out to the side, so you have a two-sided triangle underneath you for pigeon pose. And let's do a variation where we come down onto the forearms. And the right side of the chest is resting on the bent knee. Your head can be resting on the floor or on your hands. Deeply breathing, there's always hip tension, so just breathe into areas of tension you might feel and visualize your breath is melting the tension away. Let's come up onto the hands, sliding your left knee back and bring your right knee forward. Everything on the other side. Coming down onto your forearms. And now the right side of the chest is resting on your bent knee, forehead on the mat or on your hands. Coming up onto the hands, sliding your knee back, curling the toes under, back to a downward dog. And stepping forward with your left foot into a lunge. Bringing the right knee onto the mat, palms to the chest. And we'll do a backward bend with the inhalation, lifting the arms up. You can bring your palms together. You can also clasp your hands, having the forefinger straight, pushed together. And arching back. Find a focal point on the ceiling. And let's do variation, lowering the arms. Keep your arch. Clasping the hands behind your back and allowing the forefingers to run down your inner thigh, arching back even more. I am free, I am free is the affirmation. And releasing your hands, bring the hands forward to your foot. Bring your left leg up and your right leg forward into a lunge. Make your adjustments, making sure you don't overextend the knee when you lunge. Inhaling, clasping your hands, arching back. And for the variation, clasping the hands behind, letting the forefingers come down your thigh, arching back even more. And releasing your arch, placing the hands forward to your foot, bringing your right foot back, pushing yourself back into extended child's pose, pausing for a moment. And bring your hands back, bringing your forehead close to the knees for hair pose. Firmly holding onto your heels or ankles. And as you roll on top of your head, feel a great stretch of release across your upper back and shoulders. Slowly lower your hips, release your hold. Move your head to a comfortable position for child's pose. Now, for the inversion, sitting up and sitting down, coming up and sitting down, lying down, bringing your knees into the chest, hugging your knees, moving from side to side if you like. And we'll do some simple inversions. Yogis believe in inverting their bodies once a day to counteract the forces of gravity. Inverted poses are so beneficial for many health benefits. So bringing the legs up, rotating feet and ankles, having the blood rush out of your extremities, down into your body, back into your head. And then rocking the feet over your head with some momentum, supporting your hips with your hands for a simple inverted pose. The feet are relaxed. You can stay here or move into a shoulder stand by walking your hands further up your back until your body's in a straight line from your shoulders up. You can do a variation, opening your legs wide, staying in the inversion. You can also bend your knees and bring the soles of your feet together.
Moving back to the shoulder stand. Into a parallel plow. When the legs are parallel to the floor. If you can, release your arms behind you, palms and forearms flat on the mat. Moving back to a shoulder stand, you can do an advanced variation by clasping your hands behind your back or pushing your hands and arms into the mat as you lift both legs simultaneously back up to a shoulder stand. And then preparing to come out, either bridging out one leg at a time, counterbalance with the other, or bending your knees and rolling down bone by bone. And you can hug your knees if you like, rolling from side to side, massaging your back. And moving into a supine spinal twist, straighten your left leg, place it on the mat, keeping your right knee. Left hand brings that knee over to the left side, rolling all the way onto the left hip. And then bringing your right arm across in a straight armed arc, looking over to the right. Make sure the knee stays on the mat. If there's too much tension in the shoulder and the arm, you can allow this hand and arm to rest on your hip. Looking over to the right. Slowly bring your arm back to the knee, guiding your knee to the center. Straighten your right leg and everything on the other side, bending your left knee. Slowly bring that arm back to the knee, guiding your knee to the center. And bring the knees up to the chest again. We'll do happy baby pose. So keeping the knees bent, separating your legs, holding on to your feet or ankles with bent knees, and you can roll from side to side. I think this is for the pose. Got her name, the happy baby pose. Or you can hold it still, stretching the tailbone and the shoulders to the mat. And releasing your hold, hugging the knees again, rolling from tailbone to the hip, back and forth 2 or 3 times until you come up to a seated position. Straightening the legs in front of you, we'll do Dandasana, the stick pose, so the hands are next to the hips, fingers spread, we'll put some weight onto the hands, legs are straight, feet are flexed, so the toes are up.
putting some weight into the hands, lifting the sit bones off the mat, even just a millimeter, just a little bit. And while it looks like we're not doing anything, the whole body is working in Dandasana. And relax. Keeping the right leg out, bring the left leg in for head to the knee pose. So the left foot, the sole of the foot is inside your right thigh. The leg is straight in front of you. Hands resting on the thigh. Inhale, lifting your spine. With the exhalation, sliding forward. Want to align the center of the chest with the inside of the knee. Both hands at equal distance to your foot. And holding on where you can. Could be your knee, could be your shin, ankle or foot. Allowing your head to bend forward, relaxing down. And releasing with an inhalation, sliding back up. Pausing for a moment with your eyes closed. For the other side, switching legs. Right leg in, left leg out, hands on the thigh, lifting your spine with an inhalation, with the exhalation sliding forward. And releasing the pose, sliding back up, pausing for a moment with hands on your thigh, eyes closed. And straighten your right leg as well. We'll do a variation of the inclined plane, bringing your right knee onto the mat so the lower leg is parallel to the short side of the mat, coming up onto that right knee and right hand. Left hand to the waist, lifting your left leg up. And if you can, lifting your arm as well. Looking up past your outstretched hand, possibly. And with the inhalation, reaching up a little higher. With the exhalation, bring that arm close to the ear. And lowering down, preparing to do the other side. Coming onto the left knee, left hand. Reaching up a little higher as you inhale. As you exhale, bring that arm close to the ear. And releasing. Sitting down. Let's finish with bringing your left leg on top of the right in the hero pose, knee bend on top of bent knee, head of the cow. So the left knee is on top, so the right arm comes forward and back. Help to guide it back by the ear. Left arm reaches around. Hopefully you can make a connection or pull on your shirt. Sometimes a sock or a belt helps here. Sitting with a straight back, both sit bones connected to the mat. If you like, you can move into a variation. Take an inhalation with the exhalation, bending forward. Inhaling back up, and releasing your arm position, pausing for a moment, eyes closed. For the other side, bring the hands behind you, leaning back, uncrossing your legs. Cross the other way. Hero pose, knee on top of knee. Now the right leg is on top, bringing the left arm forward and up. Opposite arm on the back. Either staying upright or taking a deep inhalation with the exhalation falling forward. With inhalation, rising up, releasing your arms, pausing for a moment. And uncrossing your legs, lying down, preparing for Savasana. So coming onto your back, arms by your side, legs straight and relaxed. If there's another movement you'd like to do, please do. Deep relaxation is a conscious process of relaxing the body part by part. Try to keep your mind engaged in the process to gain all the benefits. If you like, you can lift your legs a few inches off the floor and let them just fall down. You can do the same with your arms, making fists with your hands, lifting the arms and let them plop down. Can lift your head a little bit, chin to the chest, lengthening your spine with your head and neck. And relax down. You can also push your upper arms and elbows into the mat, lifting your chest, tucking your shoulder blades a little closer together and relax. And while you lie there, mentally watch your navel rise and fall. It rises when you inhale and falls as you exhale. Deep, slow abdominal breathing. Let's begin by seeing, feeling, or imagining a soft, white, mist-like light entering your room. It moves towards you and gently surrounds your beautiful physical form. This light lifts you up and it feels like floating on a cloud. Invite this light to enter through the left foot, filling your ankle, lower leg, knee, thigh, and hip. Now guide it into your right foot, right ankle, lower leg, knee, thigh, and hip. Both legs are completely relaxed. They feel hollow. Now guide this healing light into your torso, entering your abdomen, your stomach, your chest. Allow it to move deeper inside, touching your internal organs with this healing light. Moving up, encircling your beautiful heart, expanding out and filling your whole chest with this healing white light. Now guiding this light into your back, relaxing away tension from your lower back. Through the middle part, into your upper back, relaxing all tension away. Now guide this healing light into the fingers of your left hand, into your wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, and shoulder. Guide it into your right hand, right wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, and shoulder. This peaceful light moves into your neck and throat, like a wave flowing into your face, relaxing your jaw, filling mouth and lips, your nose, your cheeks, moves into your ears, touches your temples, moves into your eyes and into your forehead. This peaceful light moves inside your head, inside your brain, melting away thoughts and feelings. It leaves your body through your head once more, surrounding you, expanding out and filling your room with your peace. Expanding out further and leaving your room. Your peaceful light of consciousness moves over houses and trees, over oceans, mountains, and continents, into space, to infinity, keeping you completely relaxed and completely in peace. Enjoy this peace. Enjoy. Gently preparing to guide your consciousness back, tracing it back over houses and trees, back into your physical form. Energy and consciousness enters your head, fills your brain, moves down into your face, feel it behind your eyes, down your neck and throat, into your shoulders, arms, hands, and fingers. Vitalized energy and consciousness fills your torso from your chest, down into your stomach, all the way down to the hips, thighs, lower legs, feet, and toes. Moving fingers and moving toes, wiggling fingers and wiggling toes. Bringing the arms out and up, stretching up, double inhale, and double exhale, relaxing down. Let's roll onto your favorite side, just lie there for a little bit longer, with your head on your elbow like a pillow. And then slowly but surely sitting up, coming to a comfortable cross-legged position or make an adjustment. Let's rotate the shoulders a few times forward, up and back up and forward. Stretching the left ear to the shoulder, extending the right side of the neck. Your gaze is up, and the opposite side. Looking up to the ceiling, stretching the chin up. And looking down to the floor. And making circles with the face or head and neck rotations 3 times each direction. And inhaling, reaching out and up, palms together, and exhaling down, hands to the chest. Let's do that again. Inhaling up into a twist. Left hand behind you, right hand to the outside of the left knee, twisting, looking over your shoulder, looking back. And coming to the center, inhaling up again for the other side. And everything on the opposite side, looking over your shoulder, looking behind you. And coming to the center, let's do some finger flexing, flexing down, forward, out to the side, and up to the ceiling, and shake out the hands. My friends, thank you for joining us today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day or rest of the evening. And I'm looking forward to being with you again next week. Namaste.